Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Ja boy is back again, and I'm currently in the process right now of updating Subway Builder because apparently there's been an update that I didn't know anything about. Right, hold on. I'm just installing it right now. I'm just installing it. So today, we're going to be creating like we did last week. We created like a new transportation company in San Francisco. But I thought I'll make it even more difficult for myself and decide to create it on the beautiful tropical island of Hawaii. Or islands of Hawaii right now. I don't know how this is going to go because it's going to be like super difficult. But it should be a lot of fun, boys. It should be a lot of fun right now. Hold on. Hello, how you doing? Right, we're here, boys. We're here right now. How's everyone doing? Why am I hearing computer notifications? Because I was updating the game like a damn fool. I did not know there was updates right now. Subway Builder is such a chill game. It is. I really, really do enjoy it. I really, really do enjoy this game. So, how's everyone doing? Everyone doing good? Welcome back to another live stream, boys, where we're going to be creating a new game in Honolulu, in Hawaii. This is not going to go well. It says transport beachgoers and commuters across paradise on island rails. We'll see how this goes, boys. There's only hold on. There's only 1 million residents, so don't expect to be making much money, is all I'm going to say. Don't expect to be making much money. This is the island that we get. It's the only island, right? I mean, there is a little bit over there, but I don't think we can access that. No, it's just the island with Honolulu on, right? With the airport. So before we figure out what we're going to do, first question, guys, light mode or dark mode? Light mode's like getting flashbanged. I'm sunburned. Get the lotion. No, that's so much better. It's so much better right now. Loan should help out. Out now, Dev, with clutch. Oh, is that what's in the new update? There's loans? Gotcha. Light mode is annoying. Damn, everyone roasting light mode right now. Everyone legit. Is it me or does dark mode feel darker? I don't know whether it's just me, but dark mode feels darker. Or is it... I don't know what's going on here. Oh, hold on. Custom map colors? Hello? You're telling me I can make roads? Right, that should be illegal. That should be illegal. Right, how do I put it back to default? Reset. There we go. Damn! Hold on. You can now do custom. Oh, that's going to change everything, isn't it? I feel like I could do custom colors, but maybe make the water a little bit. Okay, the water does not want to change. Background. Right, I'm going to get so caught up right now with this custom theme stuff. Damn, it's so bright, isn't it, boys? It's brighter than my future right now. Anyway, how we all doing, guys? How we all doing right now? Now, let's see how we're going to figure this out. Real quickly. Demand. Okay, there is not a lot of demand. Okay, there is not a lot of demand and a lot of places to go. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting one right now to try and figure this out. So we've got workers, which are mainly around here. Residents, which are mainly around here. There is a bunch of residents over there. We might have to, for the first time, guys, experiment with lighter rail. Have you got a my demo of the shirt? Yes, Boldo. You're going to get ready for the next stream. Do like 3 really good lines instead of 7 short lines? We might have to. I'm going to have to change it back to dark mode, aren't I, guys? I really am. My only issue is I feel like dark mode has now gone too dark and I've lost all the colors. Actually, no, I think I haven't got the colors because I haven't pressed play mode yet. Right, let's press play mode and let's just see how the island navigates itself before we figure out what we're going to be doing. So, guys, welcome back to another live stream right now. How's everyone doing right now? If you're hyped for today's stream, drop a 1 in the chat so I can see who's turned up, who is ready to rock and roll, and who is ready to get foolish with your boy right now as we wait for this uncalculated percentage here to get calculated. We'll see who's here right now. We've got Peanut right now, who does not like light mode. We've got Baldo Fire Eater right now. We've got please tell me you've worked out you can loop lines 1 to 4 on a terminating quad station. Yes. I figured it out. Do not worry. Do not worry right now. Do not worry. I've learned a lot since the last. You'll be quite surprised with my next episode of this game in my New York series when it comes out. Just saying. We've got memes right now. We've got your boy Cry Rafiak right now, who's #1. How dare he? How dare he right now? Light mode is not my favorite. Yes, it is a little bit too bright. Right, so I think, okay, I think we should start at the airport over here. Can I just slightly do a custom color for buildings? Maybe make buildings slightly a bit lighter. Right, if I made buildings lighter, I can see them a bit better. Okay, maybe not white. Maybe not that white. Gray. Yes. I can then see things a bit better right there. That makes it easier. So I think starting at the airport would be pretty good because in terms of workers, that's where people are going to obviously want to go. And then we have the residents. So I think our first thing we could do is just run a line going down. Seems pretty simple, right? Now, I'm going to have to play around with subways and also, well, heavy metro and light metro. That's going to have to be a thing because I don't think we're going to have the funds to do what we think we can do. I don't think that's going to be a possibility. Now, where in the airport are all the workers? They're pretty much all here. Ooh. So, should I try and attempt to do light metro? Right? We'll see. I just joined. Can you make 4 2x2 lines for quad stations instead of 1 parallel for 2 outer lines? We'll see what happens first. We'll see what happens. Go with light metro and try to level metro. Ooh, that could be an interesting one. What's going on, Mr. Pastor? You're 30 minutes late. I'm about to say you're finally early. You're not. You're late right now. You're late right now. So I reckon we do light metro. Now, do I attempt to do it above ground, below ground? What should we try and attempt here, guys? What should we try and attempt? I'm trying to see if I can kind of change some stuff. We've got parks here. Is this color? I'm just kind of playing around with colors. Because at the end of the day, they are a little bit weird. Right, I feel like I gotta reset. I don't like this theme. It feels way too dark. It feels way too dark for my liking. It really does. It really does. You go above ground, says Baldo. Tomorrow, 18 months, my member. Oh, member on the main channel. Let's go, Raf. Try to make street cart, maybe. I think how I feel is like Sky Metro. I would also go above ground. I recommend road labels to be lighter in this. Road labels. Where are road labels? I've gone a bit lighter. I don't like this. I feel like they've checked. I don't know whether it's just Honolulu, but I feel like it's really dark. Now, I know it's dark mode. I get that. But I feel like it's really dark. It's weird. Anybody else got that vibe, or is it just me being like a Karen right now? Please, I watch you at 1 a.m. Don't switch to theme. I'm not gonna turn it back to light mode, right? I think this. I don't know if this update has changed the colors, but the colors feel like super dark. They really do. So I've got the buildings like white, so they stand out a little bit better. I think I might make the roads just a tad bit lighter. Okay, okay. Background. I don't know what the background does. And once I start getting like train tracks and stuff in, it should be fine, right? It should be fine. Right, okay, so let's do this then. Let's actually start creating our first line then. So we've got the demand, and you guys want me to go above ground to begin with. Now you're right, the color schemes are too extreme. It is, isn't it? It's gone a little bit weird, which is now made me a little bit concerned about my New York series, because I haven't loaded it since this update. It does feel really, really crazy. Karen 2.0 has arrived. Right, where's the workers? They're here. So I reckon we build the station then around here. Now, obviously, if I follow the road network, we should be able to... Let's go quad. Now, can I do it above ground, just out of curiosity? Right, let me view the building depth. Do we have like a building elevation? So I can't build it there because of that. But what if I do it like elevated? Okay. Can we confirm right now, are we doing elevated trains for the funsies? Can we confirm right now if we are doing elevated trains just for the funsies? I kind of like the idea of that. And it will add a different type of challenge. Isle of Tram says no. Uncle Podger says yes. I feel like it will add a nice little challenge. So I think we're going to do it. Right, we'll start here then. We'll do a quad station just there. Let's start with that. Beautiful. Froggy just become a damn
Froggy
fool.
the YT has become a fool.
Appreciate it, Froggy. Appreciate it right now. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Right, we're going to pin this, by the way, so I can see what's going on. So there's our first station. We'll add another station just down here. And we'll keep it all quad. Because I could build a nice little circular loop around here maybe at some point. We'll see. We'll see, boys. We will see. So the cost of this so far is a lot cheaper than building an underground station. So quad, and we're going to build one then here. Okay, we'll just keep it simple because there is some workers here. Not everybody is going to want to, you know, go to the airport. And then we just got to figure out workers versus residents. So I reckon... Because we're going to do multiple lines that do lead down here. And at some point, they will have to go higher and they will have to go below ground. So I reckon we do a split on this junction, this intersection, where we'll have one line kind of go that way and obviously one line kind of go this way. And then we'll run two coming parallel down. Where they end, I do not know. I do not know. So this will be kind of an interesting insight to begin with. So after that quad system there, we're going to split them into joules and see what happens. Plus, Sonic broke my PC. Wait, what? I did no such thing. I did no such thing. Right, parallel then. Now, can I keep it all above this? I can. So, we'll incorporate a parallel there. And then I'll incorporate a parallel there. Now, this is all +5 in the air. Okay, this is all +5 in the air. But at some point, it's going to get very interesting. You tell me in the member chat? Boy, I did not break your computer. What's with the lies right now? What's with the lies right now? Right, so we've got 2 stations there, one there, one just there. And now I've just got to figure out where we're going to be running this down. So it'll be nice to run it through this area. Where's the work? Oh, okay, so run it through there, down that road. Right. This is going to be... no, actually, it shouldn't be that expensive in reality. So it shouldn't be that expensive. So if I ran... So if I ran that there, and then did one there, this is where I do start to get a little bit nervous, hoping we've done this right. It's not only Pearl Harbor, it's Honolulu, maybe even, that's not Hawaii, but it's Pearl Harbor on the map you're on about. No, this is Hawaii. This is Honolulu. This is one of the islands in Hawaii where you have the city of Honolulu. Are you confused, Baldo? I know this is where Pearl Harbor is in Honolulu, Hawaii. Fool. Right. Stops there. Workers. So we've got the 2 stations either side. I don't know whether to actually do like another station a little bit closer by, or maybe just change that station up. Let's just undo that. And let's build a station then that kind of cuts across. Ooh. Just cuts across like that, just so I can kind of take advantage. Oh no, I'm not liking... Well, we'll do it like that, so we can kind of implement said bend. To then run it down here. Right, how much is this going to cost me at this point? Only 400 million. I say that like it's chump change. Yeah, right, that's not chump change. That's expensive. Right, keep building tracks. So just keep going with... Oh, that's not tracks. Sorry. No. Build stations, I mean. I meant build stations. Right, there. There. Right, this is becoming pretty long at this point, but because of how cheap it is, I feel like we can make a little bit more progression. So the question is then, where's this going to run to? So demand status is going to run down to here. I've got to figure out some point where not only does it end, but maybe it could merge. I think we can merger it to a quad station just here. And that's where it can kind of then merge between 2 different lines. So if I was to build stations and do a quad, and let's say I did it here, that's where we're going to make it meet another line in the future. We'll see. Sonic finally going for light metro, I see. We're actually not only light, but elevated. We are doing elevated lines. All right, go there. And then I reckon there is room to squeeze one there. And even though they are pretty close by, I'm going to put one there. Okay, so that will meet to another line, which will extend in different directions. So let's just begin with this then, and then we'll move forward. Can you send a branch down the southern coast of what of Honolulu? Is this what you'll be talking about right now? How would people know which station exit if their station has the same name? I would try to rename them. They have different names. That one's called Lumaka. That one's called Kalahi. That one's called Alakawai. That one's Allah. That one's Bishop. That one's Punch Bowl. That one's Hale. That one's Nin. That one's Wahai. That one's McCulley. That one's Kai. That one's Church. That one's Cap. As far as I'm aware right now, each one has a different name. So, do not stress, sir. Do not stress. Right. Let's get some tracks all up and running. How far does the map go? It's just the one island. It's just the one island that has Honolulu on it. That's all this one is at the moment. Right, so let's get some tracks on the go. And let's go from here to here. To be honest with you, we're going to do a quad connection here because it's not going to split until this point. So I reckon I bring this down. Okay. And then we're going to have a split happen around here. So I'm going to have a parallel go this way. Right. And then if I raise this up, I'm hoping 10's going to be enough. I'm hoping raising this up by 10 is going to be enough. Right. Okay. For those who play this game and know about this game quite enough, if you've got a track, what's the elevation you need above it for the other track to go over it without touching? Is it 5? Is it 10 meters? What does the game prefer? What does the game prefer? That's still way beyond city limits, though. Yes, it's pretty much the whole island. This island, according to the game, this island's got like a population of 1 million. So it's kind of like the difficult map. There's not really much to choose from. But you need them to be actually far apart from sloping. Yes, but I know that money cash, right? I'm just on about what is the point that they can overlap, so I can then work out my distance on my gradient. Come on, boy. Depends on the map. What? If I've got a track at 5 meters and I want to cross over like this, like that, if I want to cross over like that, like a crisscross, what is the elevation above the next track needs to be? As I said in my previous message, I think the message says 4 meters. What message says 4 meters? You know about, does it tell us? Where's the message? Track is too short. Where did you see this message that I should know about? Either 0 or 10. When you make them too close to your New York series, it says they must be 4 meters apart. Let's see. So if that's 5, we should be okay. So we can't do a 7. There we go. Okay, very good, very good. So we'll do that. So I can just do it. I can just round it up to 5s. So that's a 5, and this will be a 10. So with that staying as a 5, then, if I brought that out into there, or do I make it go straight first? And then we'll do something like this. Nice. So then we'll bring out the single. I always forget which side I've got to do. To be honest with you, this can stay as it is. That could stay as it is. So now, okay, now I know that. We are going to delete tracks here and build tracks, start again. So let me just go for the minimum. So bring you to there. And then bring you about there. I'm wondering if I could have made the quad go a bit further. Yeah, let's do that. Let me just delete this. And let me make that go to a quad. So that will need to remain at 5. you can't connect. God damn it, game. Right, parallel. Okay, so in reality, that could stay as it is because it doesn't affect anything. It's this one coming back that does. So I would need to go from a 10. So if I was to go down to there. Right, let me bring it from there. Right, let me move down a bit. So we're just hoping That is enough of a gradient, and it is, to jump down. So it doesn't look pretty, but it does what I need it to do. There we go. It does what I need it to do. Okay, it doesn't look pretty, but like I said, it does what I need it to do. Now we've got 2 separate lines that can run all the way to the airport. We'll leave that for now because I haven't done anything with it. So let's now continue to do the rest. So sticking out 5 then, parallel. This is pretty much now just going to be straightforward. And just making sure that we avoid any buildings on the way down. Like there's going to be a building issue. So what is, do I go this, do I go up and around, or should I just do a slight turn? Yeah, there's no need to, oh, hello. The newspaper's writing articles about me. It's not actually. But some of the articles they do write about you are kind of hilarious. Right. Little wiggle. I'm just going to allow it to run how it feels best. All the way down. How much is this costing me? I'm not even up to 1 billion yet. Okay. My mind has been so like skewiffed by the prices of underground. You don't realize how cheap above ground is. It's beautiful. Right, a little bit of a speed change there, but we don't mind. We don't mind. It's slowing down for the station anyway. So here's where we now got to do it again. Let's hope Senate doesn't run into a lava tub that isn't being still used. That's yes. Wait, is Hawaii still an active volcano? Is it one of those places that it's still active? Damn. Right, so we are going to remain with this. Let's just say this kind of continues out this one out of 5. I don't know where it's going to go. So this is just placeholder train tracks at the minute, okay? It's just placeholder train tracks. And then we need to bring this up to a 10. So if I went to there and then just a little bit more just to kind of turn it. So I can play around with the singular tracks. Now, is it this one goes this way? No, that one. That should go there. And then bringing... Okay, this is where we're going to have some fun skis right now. So, let me go an 8. So I've gone for the 8. Now, I know that's still not enough. There we go. It's a bit tight, but it does the work. Okay, it does the work for us. Now, don't question how I'm doing elevated around elevated roads. We don't question that. Okay, we don't question that right now. Hawaii still have volcanoes and still active. Plus, there's lava. They're still spreading. Oh, that's terrifying. Right. So, I've got my first line set up. I've got it split where additional lines will somewhat run parallel on the same part of the track, but separate tracks, separate platforms. And we'll obviously incorporate other Chrissy Crossies here, there, and everywhere. But I feel like it's pretty good to utilize the junctions of the road system for this. Yes. So to commit to this is going to cost me less than $1 billion. Oh, hang on. I forgot the Chrissy Crossies because obviously, you know, they're going to end at these stations at the moment. Oh, hold on. I realized something. They're on the outers on this one. So in reality, do you know what? I'm going to make it go a little bit further. Let's make it go a little bit further right now. So I'm utilizing the outers here. But I haven't... Oh, so the inners, sorry. But I'm utilizing the outers. Ooh, okay, right, hold on. There's still a little bit more work I need to do, guys. Still a little bit more work I need to do. So where's that one going to end first? I feel like it needs to end around here. Let me see what the demand says. So worker-wise, it could just end over there, which is fine. Or residence-wise, there is a lot of stuff in here. You don't need to edit whole new station, by the way. No, I don't need to, but I'm going to. Because it kind of then finalizes that off while the track still continues. Because I'm so close to the end of this area that I want to work with this first line. I might as well just finish it all off and get that next junction in. So I reckon we bring it down. And worker-wise, it's between these two here we can maybe utilize. There's a couple of stations just there. And maybe bring it into an end station there. Because it looks fairly usable, this. Because then I can just cross it all off the list and that line is then pretty much done. So if I was to do it like here, for example. That's where that station is going to end. And then if I go for the quad station. So I know I'm going to have a quad station run here. We'll also incorporate one just there. And then we'll also incorporate one then just here. And then we'll do our big kind of like interchange connection kind of thing in this vicinity here. So let me run quad tracks. So to run down to there. So if I kind of just, I want to follow the highway because it just feels a little bit better. Running that down. And then that. Oh, sorry. That does not need to be quad. So delete you. Build. Parallel. Boom. There we go. Do you know you can rename stations? Yes, I do know that. Oh, snap. Have I been building this at a +10 the whole time? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I have, haven't I? Okay, that's fine. That is fine. No need to worry. It just means I'm going to redo the other station. Right, so if I go there, it's not a problem. It's just I've got to remember what's on what level. So if I brought this, for example, to there, I've then just got to connect these bad boys up. And we've got to navigate through these buildings. So that's a 5. So if this remains at a 10, going the whole distance here. Well, let me just slightly turn it so I can get that slight little bend on. Right, that's a 5. No, sorry, that's a 10. So I'm technically going underneath on these ones here. So singular track, then I always forget which side's which. So running you. I mean, ideally, you kind of like want to go for that building. What's the minimum build depth on that? You're going to be like wait. Oh, that's building depth. Is there not height? There's not really height, is there? Do you know what? We could actually cut corners there and go this way. So if I ran that straight and I ran that to there. Right. How far back have I got to go for the bend? Because that's a plus 10. That should be a plus 10 there. What if I did just this here and then did it? Tracks cannot overlap. How? This should all be a plus 10. Because I can go through there. Is it because of the... Is it because it's got like a bend on it? Like if I went to there... Oh, sorry, no. It's the elevation to get to plus 10. I do apologize. Right, it's the elevation to get to plus 10. So by that logic then, is it better for me to just go around this way? So if I went to there and I could just do this. But I don't like the idea of having to run... like that tight on that. I suppose it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. You know, it's... I'm not going to complain. Even though I am complaining. Right, it is what it is. So you would run to there. You would run to there. And then we have our end stop. So add the crossover. There we go. So that's where that line that I'm going to create is going to end before then heading back. Right. So that line then is using the outer tracks. So this is where I'm going to need you guys' help right now. That line's using the outer tracks. So the obvious thing would be that we can't get them to crisscross back over. So what would your recommendations be in this game to get them to swap over? Do I manually create the linkages on the lines? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to should I just manually create them? Bing, bong, bing, bong. For the airport, can you maybe put a parallel station next to the terminal so you can have a vital airport downtown link and easier turnarounds? We could do. I would assume manual crossovers will work fine. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking is obviously going to be the easiest thing to do. Can I delete... So let me delete this track and I'll put the track back in. So quad... all the way down to there. Turn around behind the station, do a turnaround. But what if I want it to, like, I want it to continue? Eventually, like, have other lines that continue. It's just, that's where that one starts. Don't tell me that's how the game wants me to do it. It's just like a big turnaround. Could I not do something like this? Now... you can't. I can add the crossovers, but it only puts them on the middle track. So to do it where you can switch over, you've got to allow them to pass over. So in my head, right, this is the one that goes that way. I can connect it to there. I can't connect it there, and I can't connect it there. So in my head, you do something like this. So you go bam. You go... bam, right? And it's very long-winded. Bam. Right, but it doesn't work like this. And I know it doesn't work like this. So then that goes like that. That goes like that. Now, logically, that makes sense, right? That logically makes sense. The train's coming down here. They can cross there, cross there, cross there to get into that platform if needs be. But it doesn't work like that in this game. As your boy Mark has just put right now, the lines only go one way. Now, who thinks that logic is stupid? Who thinks, like, this is how you should do it? This become a very massive choke point. That is true. That is true. Which is a reason why the game needs to implement signals. So, the game wants me to create a big loop here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Or the alternative is, like your boy Memes just said, right, build 2 separate stations. It's kind of stupid, I guess. Why not have the ability to make those lines a end terminal track? I could do, yeah. I could literally also, this is the other side of it as well, I could separate it into 2 separate train tracks. Can't you just merge the outer to the middle, then do a traditional crossover? You can't do that, Money Cash, I'm afraid. So this outer line here is going this way to the right. This inner line is going to the right. That's going to the left. That's going to the left. You can merge that onto, you can only merge a train track onto a train track going in the same direction, right? Forget everything you know about trains, Money Cash. Just forget everything you know right now. Hear me out. I can only merge onto a line going in the same direction. As soon as I try to merge it on a line going the opposite way, there's a moment where it looks like it's going to work, but look at the bend. It's trying to turn to going that direction. Okay? We don't have that system yet in this game. So, it's just one of those things. You know, you can't do because the train can't go the opposite direction the track is kind of heading in. It's basically one-way roads. Yeah, merge the outer into the middle, then do the game's crossover. Again, you still can't do that. Unfortunately. Just go to the same point of the tracks. We might have to. So we can make it come obviously down here to there. And then just do it differently. We have to kind of like use the middle one. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. Right, and that's what's going to really annoy me. Can you not do parallel tracks on the other side of the quad station? I could do. But, forgetting all this anyway, is there a better way in which we could do it to have a little bit more control? Because you can't do it how you would think you would do it if you were doing it, like, for example, in, you know, Transport Fever 2 or something like that. So, using the game's logic against the game, what is the alternative ways in which we could do it? Now, if I want it to be like an end station, I could do 2 separate, but there's always that possibility you kind of want to continue to go all the way through. You could have it kind of turn in and have a separate station for it, but then that kind of defeats the purpose and it kind of looks a little bit ugly. Build another end parallel station. I could also have a secondary station that just kind of is tucked alongside, but then we'll have to do some magic here to allow the tracks to go under, over Pepsi Cola and all that sweet, sweet jazz, which again is not a problem. Not a problem. So let's first see though. Is that where I want the station to end? Now, in terms of workers, that's great. Residents. Could I allow it to kind of come down and go in this direction? And end over there? Because I could make that line, rather than end at the airport, actually end over here. Yeah. Make your end station a parallel station. I could do. I actually could do. But I'm now questioning whether I want it to end here. Because I could make it just pick up these last few people and pretty much end over there. Technically, you can do the crossovers after the quad splits. Yeah, it's... And I don't mind doing all that stuff, but it's like you have to do something to make it do what you want, where you could just have like a big crossover and it'd be able to use all the platforms, and that would be easy like in real life. It's just how the game currently is. It's a game in beta. What you're going to do. This is what you have to deal with. Maybe at some point in the future, we'll have all the systems that allow us to kind of build it how we want. And then we won't be complaining like we are now. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to actually extend it. And then we're going to call it a day on that line. So we're going to bring it into here. Let's go. Look at a quad track tutorial, please. You acting like I don't know how to do quad tracks, fool? You sent this beauty over here? Oh, glorious, glorious. Right. Right, I'm going to shut up right now before I do something foolish. So let's keep this at a 5. Okay. And we're going to have the last station just there. We'll have a station just here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We'll have a station just here. And let me just check the demand. So we'll do one just there. We'll do one there. And then where's this going to be running, by the way? So I need to get it. Right, where's workers? So I can even pick up people over here, which would be kind of a good idea. So around there, if I followed the road, I can then cut through here. Is there any buildings? Not really. Which will allow me to then kind of run down here. Across, because I need to run along this to go down. So I've got 2 options. Should I try... Okay, right, guys, let me know in the comment section, right in the chat right now. Do I pick up these guys here on this line extension? Extend it to a distant area. It's probably a high cost. Maybe postpone it. It's actually not too expensive because with what I'm about to pay right now is 1.4 billion. I haven't even touched half my budget. So it's doable. Yes, you have to. I have to, don't I? I have to. Right, okay. I won't worry about these guys too much because that will be a line that kind of goes around the outskirts. So I'm not worried about fully connecting them up. But it would be nice to kind of crisscross them. It would be nice. That's where a quad station might kind of come into play. Or not. Or not. Or not. So if I was to run through this, then I just got to kind of go through it. And then make my turn to come down. Oh, this is going to be... It's going to be a juicy one. It's going to be a juicy one, boy. So sticking at the... So quad there. And let me just check these stats again. Yeah, so we're going to do a... Now, can you guys remember this? Is it enough people to be worth it? I mean, we're in Honolulu. There's not enough people to be worth anything anywhere. I need you guys to remember this right now. I don't think the military would be happy with a subway line above their base. Wow, what are they going to do? Leave me alone. Guys, remember this right now. I'm at an elevation of 5. Remember that when I come to do the other lines. Because I'm instantly going to forget. Okay? I'm instantly going to forget. Now, where's the military base, by the way? Now, when you say military base, where's the military base? Is this the military base here? Is that what we're talking about? Whoopsie daisy. Can I build over this? No. So we're going to have to go around that. Alright, so if I incorporated a station there. And then we're going to run it down this way. And then bend it up. And then, yes, bring it all together. Why are you running the time so fast while building? Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm not losing any money right now because I haven't technically built anything. I was running it fast so I can simulate the demand stats because they were uncalculated. They're all calculated. I could pause it, but Seeing as it's going to trigger you, I'm going to keep it going. Evil Zodiac has arrived. Right. I need to check my stats, by the way. So there's nothing actually here, apart from a couple of workers, but it's pretty much a dead area. But you have to serve them. It's more residents than anything else. You have to serve them, unfortunately. Right, I've got my line. I know where it's going. Let's create the most expensive thing you've ever seen. Right, we'll have a station here. Nothing else. We'll have one there. And then it's going to run through this, so we'll have one here. I'll do one there. And then we'll incorporate one there. Listen, if this is the military base right now, what are they going to do? Declare war on me? Pfft. I'm allowing their soldiers to get to work a lot easier. Right, we'll do a station just there. Now, this is where we might incorporate the crossover. So, is it where we do a quad? Maybe not. I don't think that warrants a quad station. Right, okay. I need to recheck the demand stats again, so I'm going to cut through here. I don't feel like I want to follow that, because I need to get down to there. So we'll come up. I'm going to cut through there. And then turn. Right, don't judge me on this bit now, okay? I'm just building it for the sake of building it, okay? Don't judge me on this bit. So after that bit, we're going to go here. And then I'm going to do a long... That's going to go there. Alright, just don't judge me on this. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it right now. Right, and we add the crossover there. And then build tracks. There to there. So follow that round at least. Oh, the attention to detail on something like this is hilarious. Right. Can you all look away for a second? Can you all just look away for 1 second right now? What I'm about to do right now does not concern you. Right, just keep looking. I'll tell you when to look back. Okay, you can look back. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened, okay? Shut up. There was nothing to see here. Right, where was I? Okay, you might need to look away again. Actually, you know what? No, this is not too bad. It's very long. Nothing happened indeed. Exactly. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear right now. Right, get that to there. So nice bridge going across. And then to there. Good job I'm not doing this all underground though, by the way, because that would be expensive. Right, I've got to incorporate the old Chrissy Crossy here. So remember, I was at 5. So all this here will be a 10. And then parallel, remaining this at a 10. Remaining that at a 10. Okay. Thanking you. And then you to there. All good. And then the outer has to then merge to this, which this is at a 5. So if I went like this, I should be able to kind of do this pretty easy. So that runs to there. It's not liking the elevation. There we go. Okay, that's done. We can now commit to this. We can now commit to this right now. You should have made it a grade. Oh, you did? My bad. Yeah, full. I did. Right, look at that. Look at that beauty. Ignore this bit. Right, there's nothing to see there, guys. Nothing to see there right now. Right, this is going to cost me the grand total of 2.33 billion. And more importantly, I've got extensions to add additional lines on. Fairly easy. So there's a point there. There's a point there. There's a point there. And there's a point down here where we've got different extensions for lines to connect to this system. This is my spine line, my elephant trunk, okay? Let's see how this goes. So let's commit to this. Ouch. That was painful. And now we should build the line. So I'm going to ask you guys right now, what color should we pick? I'll let you guys decide the color of our first line. You guys can decide the color of our first line. Red? Okay, there's 2 red straight away. We're going red. Right. Red. Red line. There we go. It is light metro. So I'm going to create the route. And now I've got to do the painstaking task of editing this. So this is probably where I do regret making it as long as I did. Is there an easy way to select them all? Or is this like I've made my bed and now I've got to lie in it situation? Is it one of those? Do. And that's where we now go on the outer platforms of these stations. And then back to the normal ones here. Damn. Damn, blue, pink, black like volcanic ash. It's the red like lava. Okay, this line's going to make 3 mil a day. I don't think it will. There's not that many residents. Okay, there's not that many residents. It does go to some important areas, though. I will give it that. But I ain't going to make that much money. I'm used to, obviously, my New York series where there's, like, infinite people. Or what feels like infinite people, anyway. Right, down to there. And then guess what, guys? Oh, I can. That's true. I can click both platforms at the same time. I forget. This is probably the best thing about this game. And I wish like games like Transport Fever 2 could implement it. I forget I could click both platforms on both stations at the same time and it automatically updates itself. That is a good point. I did forget about that situation. It auto routes itself, which is a glorious feature. 30 stations. It's going to be more than that, I think. It's going to be more than 30 stations. This is the heart of Hawaii. This is the heart of Honolulu, this line. This is the heart of Honolulu, boys. Right, we're almost there. Almost there. Of course, we got to go back over this awkward system that I created here. But trust me, they're going to love it. They are going to love it, boys. Confirm. Right, we have our red line. We have our red line, boys. Now, Heart, Honolulu Area Rapid Transit. That's a good name for the transit system. Just saying. 31 ways, that'll be around 58. Do you think that this type of map will make the game a lot slower with the pace like New York? I think it will. You're not going to make as much money. Right, trains. Guys, how many trains do you think... oh, that's the actual name of the system? Oh, it is? Damn. I am psychic. Right, guys, how many trains do you think we'll need? Do I first make the trains larger capacity? What we saying? Six, seven, you're banned. Right, let me first buy $100 million worth of trains. Okay, that's 40. Bam. Right. I'm gonna do, because of the length of it. Right. What do you reckon the frequency should be? Bearing in mind, this is not going to be like my New York series. There's going to be a lot less demand. So, 103 minute frequency. 51. Okay, what should low demand be in terms of frequency? What we saying? What we saying? Let's first start with low demand. What should the frequency be for low demand? 15 minutes for low demand. How many trains would that be? 7. Now, what we're saying on medium demand then. So we've got to make it 7 to equal, obviously, the low. But we've got to go a bit more. 20 minutes, medium 10 minutes. So how much should that be? So that'll be 10 trains. Now, what we're saying for high then? Are we saying, like, we got 15, 10. So would that be 5 minutes? So if I did 10 to equal the frequency, and then to make it... Okay, we need more trains. Right, let's buy 20. To make it 5... Oh my goodness, we've got to buy even more, boys. We've got to buy even more. Right, we'll put it at 20. Oh my goodness me. That's a lot. With 1.1, barely anyone will use the system during low demand. It will probably be a huge loss. Right, what I reckon we do... This is going to be so bad. Right, we don't have the demand on this line to warrant 20 trains during high demand. Oh, no. Right, what we'll do... This is more than the New York lines combined. It is. It actually is. What we'll do is we'll run it. Okay, we'll run it first. If we start losing money, we'll take some trains away. Right, should we make some predictions right now? I mean, the frequency is nice. I do like the idea of 5, 10, 15. It does feel pretty good. But it's a case of, will we be profitable is the question. Right, let's do a prediction right now. Literally, one word answer, yes or no. Okay, one word answer, yes or no, guys. Do you think that this setup will be profitable? Yes or no? Before we find out. There's a lot of no's. Oh, this is going to be hilarious. Oh my goodness me. Now, I will say, right, it does reach the 2 big worker areas. And it does go through quite a nice big chunk of residential here. And picks up people going either way. Obviously, we've got the turns there that will lead on to the other areas. So, you never know. Okay? You never know right now. You never know. So, where's my routes? I don't think it's profitable. Right? This is my prediction. I'm going to say... Because everyone's saying no. I'm going to say... yes. All the excuses, but the answer's still no. Okay, right. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go against... You guys have no faith in me. Okay? You guys have no faith. Right. Let's play. Okay, the trains are now entering. I'll let it run. Oh, we're already getting full capacity on some trains. And you said there will be no passengers. We might need to increase to more cars per train. You guys said it will not be... No, just remember, right? You all said it's not going to be profitable. I want to see how quickly before you fools start saying, hold on, Seniac, it looks like it's totally working right now. You guys have no faith. You guys have no faith in me right now. Okay, we definitely need more cars per train. That's a given. You guys have no faith in me right now. I changed to yes. No, you can't change to yes. That's not how this works. That's not how this works right now, okay? You cannot change to yes. Hold on, Seniac. It's going to lose money at night. We'll see. Now, listen, right? I'm going to give it 24 in-game hours. And we'll see after that. We'll check the reports to see if I made profit in those 24 hours. Down at Castle Train, give them chance to the residents to be a fish in a can. Just packing them in like sardines is wild. Wild behavior right now. My excuse is that it's the first 30 trains ever. Okay. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, there was a bit of red down there. Nothing to worry about though. It's totally not like it's about to become low demand shortly. You know, hold on. We're going to get there. We'll get there. Right, while we're waiting anyway, 13% of the peeps are using transit, which is wild considering. That is wild. Two car trains. Imagine that in London. I don't want to. That sounds terrifying. That actually sounds terrifying. I don't even want to imagine it. Don't even want to imagine it. Right. I mean, do we need to wait 24 hours? Do we need to wait 24 hours at this point? Because we all clearly know. Oh, there's the bonds. We all clearly know right now that we have operational profit. Look, this is right now on a new day, and there's profits. Now, I'd just like to remind you all right now that you all said no. I like to remind you all right now, you all said no. Where is the faith in your boy, okay? There was no faith, no trust. I will accept apologies right now. Everyone's like, yo, Seniac, the stream hasn't finished yet. You could still go bankrupt. I'll accept the apologies now, guys. It is profitable, okay? Even I don't know how. Sorry, bro. Right. Question. Now, because we are running at capacity and it is ridiculous, should I increase the trains per cars? Reword that. Should I increase the cars per train? We didn't have faith because we know you. Okay, I'll let you off on that one. But yeah, should we increase the cars per train because we are hitting the capacity too much on a lot of this stuff? Not everything, but some of them are. Now, I'm not going to be able to afford it, obviously. So I'll buy 50. And then I've got now the maximum of 4, which gives each train a capacity of 800 trains per car. Leave me alone. Glorious. Absolutely glorious, boys. So now we still got warnings. Holy moly, have we still got warnings? Right, we need some extensions, don't we? We need some new extensions. I'm going to be honest with you right now, guys. I think light rail was not high enough capacity. We might need to do subways. Right, let's figure out then where we're going to do our next line extension. So I reckon this bit there that sticks out and that bit there that sticks out should come together. So they'll share the line there and they'll share the line here with the red line, but that will continue to extend down to there, which is mainly picking up residents. And then we'll make it from that point, as it comes back in and runs here, extend upwards to here. So we'll bring it in to there. So down that way into there. But we'll set up something that can cross this way for maybe a third line in the future. So let's see where we can run this then. This is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be an interesting one. So I've got a couple of options. I can either run it with the highway, but then that feels a little bit too close to that. You would kind of want it to run... Let's see. Maybe run... up there, in, or round, or do I make it go underground at that point? Because that's going to run to there. It'll bend this way. I can make it run down there. I can make it... See, I wouldn't be able to afford to do underground. I wouldn't be able to afford to do underground. But the way the buildings are, it's going to be very difficult to do above ground because of how bendy and windy it all is. So I might need to commit to something. So I might commit to this road here. To turn to go round. Down there. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting one, this one. It is going to be an interesting one. So I'm going to utilize this road, to which we'll do a turn going that way. Okay, oh, this is going to be tricky. So keeping it at a 5 elevation, we might need to incorporate some underground sections. Okay? We might need to incorporate some underground sections. So I'm going to do a station there. I'm then going to do a station here. I'm then going to do a station there. Just wiggle. Okay, shall I make that part of the challenge? Just wiggle my way through? Will that all be a part of the challenge and just wiggle my way through? I feel like that station there might be better being pushed back a little bit. Or maybe not. Uh-oh. Elvis Presley's
At
here.
Elvis_Presley 1976 donated £2.
What's going on,
Shall
Elvis?
I start the donator of the month, lol?
Appreciate it, Elvis. Appreciate it right now. Thank you so much. Thanking you so much. Right, I'm going to bring that down. So going round there is actually a pretty good idea. So where can I incorporate the quad station there? No. I don't want a quad station. Because I haven't done quad stations there. That separates. Alright, I'm going to bend that through. And we're going to follow that road round. Okay, right, I've got it. I've got it. Right, keeping it as it is. We'll do a stop crossing there. We'll do a stop just there. And, of course, a stop there. We'll do a stop there where that can then bend this way to incorporate a... Oh! Ho, ho! I'm about to attempt something here, guys, that I probably don't feel comfortable with doing. Right. You wanted me to wiggle it through. I am going to now try and wiggle it through. They said it couldn't be done. But somehow your boy's doing it. Could you imagine this train track in real life? Right. How dare he Iceman. Has Alvis just defeated you, Iceman? What is going on here? What is going on here? Alvis has entered the building. Iceman. What happened to Top Gun Chef? What's going on, fool? What's going on? Right, run that to there. Run that directly down. Run that to there. Right, so that goes around, runs through. So we're getting somewhere. That's fine. You have to do that wiggly underground unless you went quite deep. I know, and that's when it gets like super expensive. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do, boys. And where would... Okay, we switch on from there. So I've got to understand where we were running it through. I don't want to run it too close to there because it then becomes slightly pointless. So I'm going to run it... I'm going to run it down this road. What about workers? Okay, it's more residents. So yeah, I'm going to run it down that road. And... It's what happens here, though, isn't it? I mean, I could run it down to there, but it does feel a little bit too close. But then they've got options. You can then you got some sweet options to go to what station you want to go to. It's not the end of the world, but I don't like it, boys. I don't like it. All right, build stations. So if I went there, and I went there. And then I went there. And then I went there. I'm also going to go there. No, they are pretty close. Actually, when you zoom out, it's actually not that bad looking at it. It's just then how we get from there to there. So I could come down with the train tracks. And I could ultimately just... do it like this. So that was a come down. I can then cut across like that. So bam, 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 bam. Yeah. What does that look like? A snake's head? Interesting. Guys, insufficient funds. Someone's got insufficient funds. Oh no. Oh no. This is where I go bankrupt. Arash, I have not gone bankrupt yet, but you've come at the perfect time to where I could potentially go bankrupt.
You damn fool!
Alvis has entered the building.
Presley 1976 has become a fool.
Guys, Alvis has entered the building right now. Iceman's arch nemesis. Thank you so much, Alvis. Appreciate it right now. Appreciate it right now. Right, that runs through. Now, we are probably going to have to get a loan to be able to afford the rest of this. Because we're not making the money or the profit you would expect because low demand. But that's okay. That is okay. All right, connect you in. So that... this is actually a pretty good little commuter line. I like it. So because I can't afford to do anything else with this, we are gonna end it with a station there, just for now.
Crazy Dodge has become a fool.
Crazy, 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 crazy. So we'll end it there for now until I can afford to do an extension. And then we'll end it there until I can afford to do extension. Appreciate it, crazy. Ooh, gotta put my glasses for this. It's like bankruptcy is calling. Listen, it could actually happen. You could have arrived at the perfect time. So do a crisscross there. So we'll just run the line from there to here for now. So you can kind of see where it's then going to run. So it shares a few segments with the red line, which is great because that's our little beautiful little crossover points. They will be on separate tracks, separate platforms, so there's no congestion on that half. And we're kind of hoping, because they're going to be running parallel on the same direction, but different areas, it'll pick up some of the slack, so the trains aren't as overloaded. But then the opposite thing is, they'll be picking up more passengers from areas the red line doesn't reach, so it just, whatever space it relieved, it adds more passengers to it, so it all cancels it out. It all gets cancelled out. Now, what will be nice is, because obviously this is going to run up and go in that direction, is to also have something that kind of continues that way to bypass all of this. So if you didn't want to go to the airport, you want to go straight down, that would also work pretty well as well. So we'll see. So to build this then, we need 859 million, which we clearly do not have. Loans? Someone say loans? Now the issue is I can't afford it. Because I could up the ticket price. It's currently $3. Now the issue is I could get that loan, but it's not enough money. I ideally need this loan, but I need to be making $100 million in profit a day, which we are only making half of that. So we're going to slightly increase our ticket price, and by slightly, I'm adding an extra $1 onto it. And we'll see how that changes things. Yes. Now, I could take off some stuff, but I don't want to. I feel like this is perfect. Are the different colored tracks different lines? Or, yeah, so the red is an actual... The red... Well, I've only got one line, which is the red line. What you're seeing white right now is a new line, a new set of tracks that I'm building, but there's nothing running on them. They're just train track. Like if I got rid of the... If I get rid of the routes, you'll just see that's my network at the minute. And then I've only got one line, which is the red line. So that's all you can see at the minute. So how much was it to commit to that again? Sorry, it was 859. So I need 759 if I was to get the other loan, or the smaller loan. So I need less than 100 million. Let's go. Goodbye, John Heap. What do you mean goodbye? I can't even see John even talking. Oh, I see him now. What a noob. What a noob. But if you're here and want to go to there, you got to go all the way around to come all the way back down. Maybe split the red line? Why? I don't want to split it. We'll get the money. The money's coming in pretty quick. We just got to wait for the different times of day. So operational profit is up to 64 million since we slightly changed our price. Let's see what a full day does for us. That's what we're hoping for right now. I did have free tiles for a little bit. Damn, Alvis. No, Alvis has still got free tiles. What do you mean? Alvis still has free tiles. Right, rush hour is about to begin. So this is where the money starts rolling back in again. So. Now, there's lots of places they want to travel. But they can't quite yet. Because I haven't built more lines. So this line I'm about to build right now anyway will eventually kind of continue to go down and then terminate down here. I'll probably split it into two directions so I can run two different lines. Where one goes up this way and we split it again, and then one comes down and we'll kind of bridge the gap there and go around rather than cut into the airport. Now maybe something then goes up this way. Maybe I can create like some type of a loop system around here. I don't know how well that would work. I could also connect these and do some sort of a loop system. But I don't know how close that is unless I decide to run something a little bit further around the top end. I don't know. Your hair looks different. What are you trying to say for? What are you trying to say? My milestone did not appear. Damn, you only get one member announcement, so if you don't do a message on the thingy. Oh, Ryan!
has become a fool.
It just says, did it just say Mirinda? Mirinda. It did not say Mrs. and Mrs. Ryanak. What is going on? Oh, hold on, guys. We've actually jumped up in a lot of money right now. I've just realized. Operational profit looking solid, mate. Solid. So to commit to that build again, sorry, we need 859. We're not that far off by getting that $100 million loan and then being able to buy it. So we're almost ready to build our second line. The only problem is we're about to come out of rush hour and go back to medium and low demand where we make less money. Sad times. Sad times. But operational profit, since increasing the ticket price, we're making record profits right now. Let's go. Let's go. So we made nearly 74 million. Iceman is crying as he's losing top donor of the month right now. He is. Oh no, that means he's going to lose his role in the Discord. Oh no, Iceman. Elvis, what have you done? It's okay, Hedge. Oh, right, damn it. I walked into that one, didn't I? I walked into that one. How dare you? How dare you right now? I legit walked into that one. Noob.
Your boy's got that cash money moolah.
Mr. and Mrs. Ryaniak donated 79 pence.
Let's go, Ryan. Appreciate it. Right, we've almost got enough. So let's issue this $100 million bond. It's 10% daily interest. Now, I don't know how this works. Hold on, Ryan's back again. Appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Mr. and Mrs. Ryaniak donated 79 pence.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Now, some games, when you get a loan, it repays it back. And some games, when you get a loan, you only pay interest and never repay off the loan.
Your boy's got that cash.
What does this game do?
Mr. and Mrs. Ryaniak donated 79 pence.
Ryan! Is Ryan trying to become top donor of the month? Let's find out. So if I issue it, it does repay. Looks like it does repay them. Nice. I like it when games do that, like real life. So build the blueprints. Boom, done. And now we need to create our new line. So guys, give me some color suggestions for our next line. Do I go blue? Yellow? Don't pick orange because it's too close to red. We could go green. Tram says blue right now. Blue. John wants the color of his own hair. Gray. Cyan. Pink. Yellow. White. Go yellow. I think yellow would stand out, but I also like the idea of blue. We're going to go blue. The blue line. Light Metro. Create. All right, let's get right in there. Let's edit the route. So I've got to remember, this is now on the inner side. It's on the inner side. And I got to pick both stations. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, missed that one. Dum 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 dum. And then it's on the inner here. Boom. And that then auto updates for us. So, sorry, Elvis. Iceman's now happy that Elvis is no longer winning. Right, let's confirm those changes. So we have the blue line now all set up. So how should we do the frequency on this? Should we do the same again, 5, 10, 15? What we saying? I don't know if I'm going to have enough trains to be able to do this, by the way. I'll instantly change it to 4. Okay, we'll do that. So, let's see. Let's go low demand. So, to get that to 15. Okay, it's either 13 or 17. What do you reckon? 13 or 17? Right, I've got it all on 4 to begin with. Got it all on 4 to begin with. 17, which then I can put this to 11. Ooh, need more trains. And then that's 6. It means it's all technically 1 to 2 minutes, slightly... probably similar frequency if you can afford it. It's not... I can afford it. It's not the problem. It's... I can't get the same frequency. It's either 17 or 13 when you add an extra train. You can't get it bang on to 15. So it's 17 or 13. It's 2 either way. I'm not too sure.
Your boy's got
Not
that
too sure.
cash
Ryan!
money moolah.
Appreciate it.
Mr. and
Appreciate
Mrs.
it right now.
Ryaniak donated 79
That's
pence.
as close as we can get it. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that right now. So my lines are now lining. People are now being moved. This is glorious. This
Your
is a
boy's got
glorious...
that
Ryan's
cash
back again.
money moolah.
What are you doing, Ryan?
Mr. and Mrs.
What are you doing, Ryan?
Ryaniak donated 79 pence.
Appreciate it right now. Appreciate it, Ryan. Full. 14.4% of people using my transit system. Nice.
Your boy's got that cash money moolah.
What is Ryan playing at
Mr.
right
and
now?
Mrs. Ryaniak donated 79 pence.
What's my least used station? It's probably one of these ones over here. I reckon it's going to be one of these two here. I reckon it'd be one of them two there. So, station ridership. They're that small, they don't even display a number. I did say it'd be one of them two, but there's a couple... I mean, them circles there are slightly bigger. It's definitely these two here. These haven't had... The blue line hasn't had time yet to kind of kick along. But let me go all the way down. My least used one is this one. There we go. I did say it. I did say it would be this one right now. It's got 80 transfers. I mean, 80 people still use it. The line's got to come through here anyway, so you might as well pick up those 80 people. There we go. Oh, wow. I love how the leaderboard looks. What do you mean how the leaderboard looks? How does it look? What, Raf's still number 1? Get out of here, fool. Now, what's our most used station? It's obviously the airport one. Understandable. Understandable, boys.
Cash money moolah.
Let's go.
Mr. and Mrs. Ryaniak donated 79 pence.
Ryan, what are you doing, fool? What are you doing right now, fool? You really love it now? Oh, now Raf's in second place. Lol. So the blue line will become more useful once it extends beyond where it runs with the red line. So at the minute, it just kind of complements it. Takes a little bit of slack off the red line, but doesn't really go to anywhere new because, in theory, anybody over here, if you were here, you've got the choice of the two stations, which one you're going to go to. Well, it depends on where you want to go, but you might default to the red station or the red line. So to extend this further up is the way to go, but also moving this down as well. Now, I don't have the funds for this, unfortunately. We are slowly paying off the loan. So we're in that weird predicament right now where it's going to be a little bit tricky to do some expansions without grinding a little bit. But I'm happy that I don't think that's turned out too bad. Considering the low demand of people that live here, I don't think we've done too bad. Now, where do these guys here want to go? So, to there. They find walk-ins a lot quicker. I get it. Driving's a lot quicker. I get it, because it's a case of they got to go back to come back down. So, eventually having something that maybe switches a little bit sooner, that runs down this way and then maybe loops back. We could think about creating loops at some point. Could be an idea for the future anyway. But either way, I can't do nothing right now because I haven't got the funds. He's poor, boys. He is poor. Now, what are the demands down here? Worker demands, not much workers. You've got to get all the way over here. Oh no, there's a bit of workers, but it's all residential demands. So you do a couple of stations leading down, but pretty much it is. Cross a line from north to south, probably improve both current lines. It would, yes. It would be nice to kind of have something that kind of comes down. Share a little bit of everything. But at the same time, loops could work. But loops take long for people to suck around because you can find out the ones that do a mixture of using my transit versus driving. You can kind of see like the differences between them all. So it takes 27 minutes to walk, train, walk versus the 7 minutes 9 to drive. Not good, right? Not good. So why would they? Why would they? But then when you look at something really blue, like this line here, interestingly, it's quicker to drive, but they're all using transit, which takes 15 minutes. But I don't know if it takes into account the walk-in. I'm not too sure, but I mean, hop on there, just do a straight down. They're there. So they love it there. They love it. Right. Absolutely beautiful. So my profit's going to take a little bit of a hit right now because we're paying back a loan. Transit's so much cheaper than compared to the $5. Oh, that's a good point. So could I raise it up to $4.50? Is that what we're saying? I forgot about the parking fees. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I forgot about the parking fees. $4.99 transit fee, yeah. It's a steal. That's crazy. There would all that to save $1. All that to save $1 right there. Crazy, right? Now, what will be mixed? Like a purpley color will be a bit mixed. So these guys are driving. Yeah, that makes sense because it's the wrong way. Yeah, I get that one. No, they even save more than $1 driving costs plus parking costs. That's true. I did forget about that. So in reality, that's actually another good point you make there. So the reality of that is Driving costs, parking costs. They're spending $9.32.
Cash money moolah.
So can I put it to $9? I
At
still
Elvis
save
_
32.
Presley 1976 donated £5.
I forgot about the
I
driving
am now
costs.
taking over the world. No sorry, top donator of the month is mine, lol.
Ryan, Alvis has left the building. What is going on? What is going on? Alvis, I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, Truthful. Thank you so much right now, you absolute legend. Adding 30 minutes of travel to save $5 is wild. It is. It just shows you how cheap the people in Honolulu are. Right, let's do a little bit of an extension. Which will be the better way to go? Which one kind of picks up the more people? So there's a few circles there. There's a few there. I think maybe going up to here, just to kind of get these guys there will be kind of good. Because I'm not able to spend too much cash, unfortunately. Because I'm very limited on this. So build stations, parallel. I could do with one there. And then do one there. Can I afford to do both? 80 million? We should be able to afford this. So track-wise, in you go. And obviously we'll need to add the crossover at this station. So build those. Nice. So an extra 2 station stop for the blue line we're going to add on. And edit the routes to incorporate you, and you. So an extra 2 stops on the blue line. So if I can confirm those changes, what does it do to my frequency? So that puts it at 15. That's at 10. Right, buy more, buy 2. Okay, we've got the 5, 10, 15 set up now. Right, there we go. So an extra 2 stops there. Not going to set the world alight, not going to make huge amounts of money, but it adds a few more passengers, which is great to see. So these guys right now, now that them guys want to get to places down here, it kind of makes it a little bit more, or makes it make a little bit more sense. So that big red one right there, I don't know how long until they figure out. Okay, there's people now going over here. It takes a while for it to kind of update because they've got to do the route. If only they had a stadium demand for sports, then a new station would boom. Oh, that's true, because that is the stadium there, isn't it? You know what it should have, actually? You make a good point there, Emperor Dizzy. We should have residents, workers, and then a new tab for tourists that do tourism things. Right, that's slowly turning purpley, kind of pinky color now from red. So there's people now using it. That's what we like to see. Now there's more of a reason to jump onto the blue line. So my route ridership should slowly increase. Nice. Nice. I've paid off $10 million. Tourists would make you an instant billionaire. Definitely yeah, it would. Because then you could like decide then, do you create like a transit company or a tourist company? Like, do you only go to tourist destinations? I think I could add like a nice little addition to the game. Right, we could extend further. There's nothing stopping me. I just don't have enough money to add a new line at the minute. I'm already starting to visualize a loop. Like coming down here, like down there, round. So it comes down the red line, then down this way, round up, then goes back up the blue line, then cuts across to come down. I can only envision a loop. Right, so the next one will have to go this way and it'll end up there, but it does feel like it's a little bit out of the way. It does feel a little bit out of the way, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we have to start thinking about going down this direction. So, how much does the station cost again? So, build a station. If the next one went here, how much did that cost us again? Sorry, 40 million. So, I could afford to build a second one. Build station. Which could go there. And I've probably got enough to build the tracks. And then that's me done. No, I'm already at insufficient funds. But it shouldn't take too long though, right? Now, I'll have to add a crossover at this one because of the extension. So to commit to that then is 157 milli to then extend the blue line a little bit more. Damn! Well, the usual data for demand, I don't think there's actually data for tourism demands. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's going on, Concord? So 157 milli. So how much are we turning in profit a day? So the operationals dropped down a bit since we added the blue line in, as it now means it's walkable for a lot more people. What if I brought down it to 350? Could that entice more people to jump onto it? We'll play around with those ideas. Alright, we're gonna wait for that next wave of that next wave of rush hour. In a vehicle, going to college, still has 0 friends, great success. You don't need friends, Concord. You just need comrades. 6 million tourists so far this year in Honolulu. Oh, could you imagine trying to transport them all? That would be glorious. That would be glorious. Right, I'm destined to get that last little bit there done. Route ridership right now looking pretty solid. Looking pretty solid, boys. Let's see if I can play around with the... I'm slightly getting used to this now. But let me see if I can play around with this. I still think it's way too dark. The water's not changing color. I'm scared to press light mode again, guys. On the wiki, there's points of interest for future research, so I bet they will add tourism. I reckon it could be an interesting concept. Oh, Emperor Dizzy!
Dizzy has become a
Appreciate it, Dizzy. Appreciate it right now. Sonic, you're losing money, by the way. Am I? Operational profit. No, I'm 10 million in profit on the day so far. We're all good. Don't panic me like that. Don't panic me like that, fool. Right, we're very close to be able to build that blue line extension. Very close. Awfully close. Scarily close. Do you know what I think this game... I mean, I know this is not what the game's intended to be. But... Right, but... Could you imagine this game as it is right now and you're able to build local bus routes? Because it doesn't really make sense for me to run train lines in certain areas. A local bus route to kind of collect people to bring them to my train station would be a great idea. But this is Subway Builder, so, you know, Seniac, shut your mouth. Right, let's get this blue line extension done. Confirm changes. And does it change the frequency? Yeah, that's fine. Not going to complain too much. I see you have sent off the wedding anniversary plushie, lol. Let's go, Iceman. Let's go. Okay, why have all my trains decided to kind of stop there? What's going on with them? Right, now they should be spread out evenly. That was hilarious. Do 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 do. Right, picking up more people is glorious. We need... What a big pain right now is... It's the paying off of that debt. We'll need to pay it off pretty soon. We're back to $4. Buses can get lost. We're building giant subway line through volcanoes. We are, yes. And I'm loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of it right now. Can I see the station? Yes, you can. Sure you can. Station. So the blue line is not as much used as the red line, but 1K, 2K, 5K on that recent extension. And then down here you've got 5, and that was already there, wasn't it? 1K there. But the issue with those are, especially these ones here, they're becoming less populated areas. These guys here have got to walk a bit closer, but I'm hoping I can eventually incorporate a line that kind of comes through this area. But they've become quite useful, which is not too bad. Not too bad. If I go transfers, where the transfers are happening. Interesting, interesting. And then obviously we've got then the route ridership. So the blue line is half of the red line. But the red line does go through a pretty dominating area. Let's go. Not too shabby. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. If money was an object right now, this is stuff that I would do. I would extend this blue line up to about there. Right? I would then have a line, a linkage between that, where that continues to go up, or I have a link in there. And then I might... I'd either create a loop line that goes like this down and then splits from the red line going down here to collect all these people round to connect back up to the red line to go this way to cut through the blue line and then go around like that. So we can have like a loop system in the middle and then they extend further off. Maybe. I don't know how I feel about that if I'm being completely honest with you. Or we have that go that way. Line comes down this way. There and then cuts down into there and then down and then maybe comes back round. Maybe. Obviously the blue line will extend down to there. There'll be another split coming off. So there's lots of ways I can do it, but this is the status. So the population status is there's a big chunk over there. There's a little section there and there. So I don't know how I would do that. Obviously down here as well. There is very minimal over there, so I don't think I'll even service those guys, which is kind of crazy. But then workers, it is a little bit dotted around, but that's the challenge of Honolulu. That is all part of the challenge. And it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun. So let me save this. Hawaii. Let me save you. Now, does anybody want to see my my New York save game while I've got the game loaded up? Warning, there will be spoilers. There is spoiler alerts in this. Okay. Anybody want to see it real quick? There's a spoiler alert because I've already recorded an episode that you've not seen yet. So there is spoiler alerts. If you don't want spoiler alerts, turn the stream off now. Because once I've shown you my New York, I'm going to be ending the stream anyway. So you can have some spoilers. Just know it's on you. You've had your warning. You've had your warning. Right, loading the map. I'm a bit nervous to see like what the theme is because I feel like they've updated the dark theme and I don't really like the shades. Laying down tracks, scheduling trains. This is taking longer than it should. I think this always happens when you kind of load a save game from a previous game. Let me reload the game. I think this happened last time. No, it's because it's installing Ocean Floors. Oh, yes. Yeah. Zodiac 2. There we go. Okay, I don't like what they've done to the new themes. Or is that my theme I did? So if I reset it, it just feels too dark. Right, everyone get ready to be flashbanged. Right, there we go. Right. There is 2 different color lines. Wonderful. A sun just spawned. My eyes hurt from that flashbang, you fool. We are now officially slightly running in a little bit of New Jersey. We are crisscrossing on some stations. And we're into Queens and New Brooklyn. I have created a loop, which has extensions for new lines. It crosses a bunch of lines to take the pressures off my blue line and the stations involved within it. And I plan to redo my blue line to support the loop as well. It is one big loop. I do plan to change it. I do plan to rework it. And I also plan to create a bigger loop. Kind of, not really, but also loops in other areas. But with the amount of pressure going north and south on these lines, the loop, which you will discover in the episode, you will discover how much pressure the loop takes off my north and south lines. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious, boys. Absolutely glorious. But there you go. I've incorporated the quad system and the connections to alleviate a lot of pressures. I've got to redo the blue line, by the way, because the stations now don't align to where I want them to align. And all that sweet jazz. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Also, I called them. Hi, I'm the developer of Subway Builder. I loved your Let's Plays. Your new map is my favorite. I appreciate it, Colin. Appreciate it right now. Thank you so much. I really do enjoy the game. It's amazing. It scratches an itch I didn't know that needed scratching. And don't look at the Hawaii Honolulu save game I was just doing on the stream, but appreciate it, Colin. Appreciate it right now. Thank you so much. Can anybody guess what the ICA and ICC stands for in these lines? I'll give you a clue. I don't know whether to give you a clue or give it away too much. You give it away too much. Clockwise, counterclockwise. He figured it out. He figured it out. Colin, I really do appreciate it, boy. I really do appreciate it. Did you start using above ground tracks? I did. Let me go back to the menu. Hawaii. We did it in the Hawaii save game that we were playing on this stream. And Colin, I've already taken advantage of your update. I already have a loan. I already have a loan right now. All this Hawaii section I've been doing here was all done on above ground. So, International Criminal Court, yes. It was the inner city clockwise line and the inner city anti-line. Anti-clockwise line is what I called them. But I don't want to spoil it too much, even though you've just got spoilers for the next episode. But there we go. This is what we've done today. Absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious right now. Beautiful. Beautiful. But we're going to end it anyway here, boys. I appreciate you all stopping by right now. You're all absolute legends. Thank you so, so much. Thanking you so, so much right now. You should decommission the end of the airline and create a new line that goes from Manhattan to Brooklyn where the airline was. You never know. You never know what is going to happen in that game. I just need more money. We're getting there, though. I surprisingly was able to build the loop relatively easy. Now I'm all up and running and the money's rolling in. Expansions are becoming a lot easier. It's just the initial setup you've got to get the cash for, which I like the management aspect of that. But it's pretty good. So now, are you going to play FM26? Right, who killed my camera? Own up right now. Who oofed the camera? Right, I think that's a sign. It's a sign, guys. It's time to get out of here. Yeah. Appreciate you watching, guys. I will see you next week on this channel. And I'll see you on my other channel throughout the week. Beautiful streams. Thank you so much. Until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.